Jai Hind, everyone. Myself, Vaibhav Mishra. I am a founder and instructor at Fine Training Academy. Today, I'm here to share you the information about the summer training and internship at Fine Training Academy. That is, what is basically an internship, why we go for the internship, what is a major requirement to complete an internship, and what we are offering, and what is the advantage of taking the internship from the Fine Training. Okay, so before starting this session, let me first discuss about what is an internship. Okay, internship hoti kya hai? Internship is the basically the first step to enter in any semiconductor or any core electronics R&D industry. For example, suppose that I am running an organization and I am working on FPGA or microcontroller or Python or analog design and layout or in physical design or in verification, etc. Or sometimes just include the microcontroller and PCB design. So suppose that I'm working on any one domain. For example, I have mentioned many domains. Okay. So let's consider the FPGA domain. Okay. So to work on the FPGA, you basically require the knowledge of HDL, hardware description language, like Verilog and VHDL. You require the knowledge of C and embedded C, that you can also control the FPGA using C and embedded C. Plus, nowadays, you can also control the FPGA, or I can say you can build the application of machine learning and AI on FPGA with the help of Python. So if you know the Python, you can also work on the FPGA, right? And the last, if you're not good in coding, okay, if you're not good in coding like in HDL or C and embedded C, then still you have an option to work on FPGA. That is, we call a signal processing on FPGA, or I can say a DSP on FPGA. For example, you are an electronics and communication engineering student, and you have a good knowledge about analog communication, digital communication, etc. Right? So if you're good in all these things like designing the filter, requirement of filter like IR, FIR, and various modulation technique like PSK, QPSK. Okay, so if you're good in this, you can make the system with the help of the theoretical concept. You can prove in MATLAB Simulink, and then you can implement it on FPGAs. So this is also one of the domains, right? So as I mentioned, what is basically an internship? Okay, or why a company is looking for an intern? You can also think like this, or why we both intern and internship, or the company is going for the this offering of the internship, right? So suppose that, as I mentioned, I am working on this thing, so I am looking for the candidate whom I can test in 30 days to 45 days, or sometimes 3 months, sometimes 6 months. Okay. So first of all, this internship is basically of various types. So internship like offering for 30 days also, and that is during the pursuing of engineering, either it is M.Tech or B.Tech. And also the internship is also offering for 11 months to 12 months after completion of the B.Tech. Okay. So suppose that an XYZ company, you know the FPGA, you know the HDL, and you have built many interfaces project like you have worked on UART, keypad, LCD, I2C, SPI, VGA, ADCs, Ethernet. Okay, so within second year, third year, suppose that you work on all these things, then you can identify the company and you can share the resume, and then a company will go through the resume, and if, like in my case, I found, okay, this resume is really good, let me offer, because I'm looking for the talent, because nowadays it is not easy to get a good talent. So if I found that the resume is good, I will definitely offer the candidates for the internship. During this internship, I will ask them that you know the HDL, or you know the C, or you know the Python, or you know the DSP, or you know the embedded controllers. So design me this particular application. This is the objective. This is the specification, and this is my output. So within 30 days, 45 days, you have to design it. If you don't design it, okay, you can ask for that time, and then after some time, you go and close the project. Suppose that if you are not able to close the project, and if you have achieved something but not completely, then also your manager will be impressed. Okay, so this is basically called an internship for 30 days, 45 days. Now, after the B.Tech, the companies like Cadence, Synopsys, and many various companies, Indian companies and product companies, basically, there are two things. After the B.Tech or once you are passed out, then you join some company. Okay, so either as an internship or this is also called as a probation period. So in probation period, you have to prove something, right? So again, if company is good, having a good training structure, having a good training infrastructure, okay, then definitely a company like a big giants offer the students from tier one colleges. But if companies young startup or any middle age or any mediocre companies, then basically they try to offer the uh, candidates who are good or who are trained. Okay, so they basically train on their requirements. Again, same thing, FPGA, controller, Python, etc. So then in that case, a company will give them or will take them on a live project, and on the live project, the particular students will prove themselves. Proof actually he has to prove it that I know the things during the B.Tech and I can implement these things during the learning. So suppose that if any candidate is really very brilliant, very obedient and disciplined and making the documentation, everything is fine, then definitely the person will get the offer as a PPA. So basically, this is called an internship. Okay. So internship during the B.Tech, internship after the B.Tech, that also called as a probation period. Okay. So now the question is, who will give you the internship or who will give you the or who will offer you the PPO? Okay. So I'm not talking about the tier one companies and tier one colleges because their is criteria is totally different. Okay. I'm talking about the tier two companies and tier two colleges or tier three companies and tier three colleges. Right. So many students are coming to me and saying, "Sir, I want to join a company and or I'm looking for an internship." So I ask, "Okay, do you know FPGA?" No, sir. Do you know Verilog? Yes, sir. Somehow. What you have done in Verilog or what you have done in VHDL? Sir, I have done very basic gates. Okay. So did you perform those simulation or design something with help of FSM? Or task and function or some advanced level of coding? No, sir. No, I don't. So in that case, no one will give you the internship, right? Similarly, in case of every domain, either it is PD, either it is DB, either it is embedded or PCB. So one thing you have to clear it, you have to understand it, that internship will be offered only to those people who knows not only the basic, who is good on or expertise on this particular domain. And this expertise you cannot achieve in 30 days. Again, I'm saying this expertise you cannot achieve in 30. You have to achieve this expertise in 1 year or 2 years. Okay, but yes, summer training or winter training is the starting of this. So what I am doing here, I am basically providing the resource to the industry after giving the training through complete 1 year or in summer training they basically learn the basic things and they create an interest on that and then they follow me for the complete 1 year. Okay, so this is what I am following, right? So once the candidate is aware about the VLSI domain, about the hardware domain through summer training, then next 1 year, for example, if he is in second year, then for third year, fourth year, he or she will join, he or she has shown the interest in a complete one domain. That, sir, I'm good in analog, or I want to go in analog, or I want to go in HDL, or I want to go in, etc. Similarly, anyone has joined from third year. Okay, then in third year only, okay, he or she will learn the basic things, and then he or she will continue learning for next 1 year and opt for the placement. Okay. And then after completing the B.Tech, he or she will be up for the internship. Okay. So this is actually a internship. This is basically called an internship. So I am preparing the candidates for the internship. Okay. after the B.Tech, or sometimes if any candidate is trained by me on second year and complete he has followed third year, and during the third year in summer he or she can apply the internship outside, right? So I'm sharing you some of the examples like Synopsys, Cadence, Keenhead, WorkSemi, Circuit Sutra, and two big giants, three big giants like Synopsys, Cadence, and Siemens. And one of the my company known as Otis Technology. So either it is Synopsys or Cadence, or it is Circuit Sutra, WorkSemi, or it is Otis or Keenhead, everyone is looking for the trained fresher nowadays because no one is having so much time to invest in the learning because everyone, either it's a manager, senior manager, staff, principal, everyone is busy in their own project. Yes, of course, they will provide the training, but only when you know the things, right? Because during the training, either from us or from other organizations, you are not trained on very high level, right? But at least at zero level or at one level, you are trained. So company is actually looking for same thing. For example, layout. You know the layout, right? You know the circuit design. You know how to invoke the tools. You know how to simulate it. Okay, you know the MOSFET. You know the op-amp. You know the two-stage op-amp. Then it is good, at least. But no one will in company will come and tell you that okay, this is op-amp. Okay, this is two-stage op-amp. This is single-stage op-amp, or this is a FPGA, or this is a microcontroller. Okay, no one will come and train you. कोई आपको guide नहीं करेगा. आपको चीजें आनी चाहिए, आने के बाद ही आपको लोग उस पर काम दे सकते हैं. जब तक आपको चीजें नहीं पता होंगी लोग आपको उस पर काम नहीं देंगे. ठीक है. सो दिस इज व्हाट company is looking for from an intern. Okay, so these are the company like this. Many other companies are hiring the intern every year. So this is about me, myself, Vaibhav, as I mentioned, and you know me very well that I am taking the classes on YouTube also and giving the 40 to 50% of session at no cost. So I am basically 2003 pass out, and I have completed my B.Tech from Northern Engineering College, Lucknow, and then I also gone through with the one VLSI course. Okay, I also trained myself in 2003. Then only I got the job in a FPGA industry. And then after completing our 10 years of my journey as a professional journey, I started my entrepreneur journey and I opened my OJS and Pioneering Academy. Okay, so this is about myself. Now, okay, I will come to this slide later on. Now, what I am going to offer you. The first step, as I mentioned earlier to everyone, that you should know three things. One is analog, one is digital, one is programming. Programming is divided into three parts: C, C++, HDL, or Python. So in my summer training, I'm trying to give you the knowledge of three things. One is digital, one is analog, one is programming. At least during this summer training, you should identify your interest. Okay. So first of all, I start with the digital. Please be with me. You have to go through the one by one. I will go through the one by one option. Otherwise, this is not going to clear you. Okay. So don't feel bored. Please note that these are the topic which should be in your resume. Okay. So first thing, that hardware design of 4-bit sign calculator and LED implementation on FPGA. So as I mentioned, calculator is very good project to start your journey. So there you have to basically make the hardware design of calculator, sign calculator. Okay, like -4 into 5 minus 20. Okay, so here you have to design the circuit of hardware like adder, subtractor, multiplier, divider, 2s, complement, decoder, encoder, etc. And then you have to merge it to make the one common circuit. And then you have to implement it on FPGA. So this is one of the projects based on your system. So this is your combination. Now come to the sequential. Hardware design of 4-way traffic light control system and implementation of SSD. SSD, what is SSD? Is a 7-segment display. So four-way traffic, everyone knows what is traffic light controller. So basically, you have to design the circuit using the flip-flops. Okay, you have to make a counter and you have to connect in such a way that it should look like a traffic light control. Okay, and then you have to implement it on SSD. So for that, what you have to learn? You have to learn what is flip-flop, what is latch, what is counter, what is shift. Okay, so just imagine if you are in third year, if you don't know these things, everything is now record and practical. After this, if you have a time, then we can do some more project like LED patterns. You have a switch one, then the LED patterns will on like one, two, three, four, five. If you on switch two, the LED pattern will off five, four, three, two, one. Similarly, you can make a 16 pattern. Then hardware design of digital clock and implementation on SSD digital clock, which has uh, milliseconds, second, minutes, and hours. You might be have seen a digital clock in railways platform or in anywhere like in malls or there. Okay. Then you can also implement the stopwatch. Stopwatch that is a second and millisecond. Then there are a few more projects. You have lot of options. See, this domain is very interesting domain. This is called digital design. Okay. Then you have a schematic design of algebra and geometry. You can basically think about the circuit of algebraic equation and geometric equation. Okay. So this is very interesting domain. And then finally, you have to learn what is FPGA, what is CPLD, difference between FPGA and CPLD, and then you know how to implement the design on FPGAs. Okay, so this is a one module. Okay, completely one module. Along with this, in parallel of hardware design, in parallel of hardware design, you have to basically uh, you have to basically start with Verilog also. Suppose that you have learned MUX, then you have to design the MUX with the help of STL. You have you understood what is decoder, what is flip-flop, what is latch. So same way, in parallel, you have to design those things with the hardware design also and those things with the Verilog also. So the first module of Verilog is your called gate level modeling. Then second is the data flow modeling, and third is the behavioral modeling. So in summer training, I have covered a Verilog in such a way that anyone can call you that you are an intermediate learner. You are not expertise, but you are an intermediate learner. So whatever the project we have learned in digital design, we can implement it to the to the Verilog. Just like for example, programming that implementation of all combination and sequential circuit on an FPGA. In interview, if you go for an interview, if interview will ask, design the Verilog code of D flip-flop, C flip-flop, counter, shift register. Okay, if you don't know the basics at hardware level, then how you will design it? So if you know the basic, then you should also learn the basic syntax. Like if interviewer asks, design a D flip-flop with positive edge or asynchronous reset, then you have to learn all those things with the help of Verilog. And what are the projects? FIFO, LIFO, LED blinkers, and there are still many things you can design. In the last, now you are asking the internship. So this is a basically training. If someone is coming very fresh, then this first and second module is comes under the training. Now, what I am offering as an internship, you know that I'm also a part of a company known as OJS Technology Private Limited. OJS Technology is basically an R&D company developing the product for Indian defense. So if you are good in learning all these things, and if you're coming and saying to me, sir, I want internship, then I will give you the some good hands-on project. Okay, and then you have to complete that project, and then you have to give us the demo, and later on you will get the certificate from my OJS organization. So in last 2 years, not everyone, around 8 to 10 people from different batches, they have prepared, they have made their group. Like one is Maulik, one is Pranjal from JP, and similarly Ayushi and Subrat from MSIT. So, and few more. So they have basically taken the internship project from us after the training, and they have given the demo in OJAS. Then OJAS guys have given okay, and then they have received the certificate. So this is what actually I'm offering. This is not I'm offering to anyone. Okay, this is only to those who are really serious and want to develop the project from their own. So I hope you understand from this that I will provide you the first training, then I will give you the internship project. Otherwise, the training certificate is okay to start your learning. Okay. Now, now come to the this page. This is very important. So, what is the procedure? Like I have launched the summer training program. Now you have to register yourself. Like this way, we will provide the training. Okay. We will also take you to the OJS technology. We will give you the industry exposure with the help of my team. Like people, like the team members will come and show you that how the actually product is built. And we will take you to every cabin and room, and then we will show you that how my team member is working. So this is not I'm offering to everyone. This is I'm offering to only my candidates who are a part of the file. Then later on, they have to appear for the certification test like this, the pen and paper test, and then the certificate will be awarded. If you see here, the all the four, Kavya, Tanu, Harshita, and Divyang, they have joined me during the summer training, and in 2024-25, sorry, in 2023-24, and in 24-25, they opted the analog. Okay, this is one of the brilliant case. They opted the analog, and now everyone is part of the company. So Harshita and Divyang have joined the SCL. They are working on PDK and automation, but they started their career mm, with summer training. Then Tanu joined the Cadence, and Kavya started from IIT Kanpur to now he has moved to the IT. He has started journey from IT Kanpur. Now he is a part of the Micro. And in between this, we also do the get together. So in the last of the training, before the certification or during the certification, I provide the party to everyone. Okay, so this is our journey, you can say. Now, very important slides. Very important slides. Let me discuss what are the program objective of internship course named Verilog Programming and FPGA Internship. Course 1 month, Programming VLSI. Everyone is asking, sir, uh, what I will achieve or what is my objective to do this. Okay. So first thing is that understanding of digital design, Verilog and FPGA design. Through these 30 to 45 days, you will come to know what is actually the digital design, the practical understanding of digital design, the practical understanding of Verilog, the practical understanding of FPGA. So these are the core domains, right? Second, hands-on experience. You are not learning, you are not making the notes. I will not ask you to make the notes. I will ask you to design the circuit and then optimize it. For example, the full adder with the help of NAND gates is 20 NAND gates required. Now you have to optimize it and to make it at 9. So this is called optimization technique. So you will basically learn during this training session. Now, industry relevant skills and project development. Again, skill is not only the technical, skill is also the making the documentation. So this is very important in every industry. Okay, so you will also uh, get exposure of making the documents, how to make the documents so that your bosses should be impressed. Then last, networking and industry exposure. I will connect you with your seniors or with their seniors to seniors. So how this is going to help you? You can take their numbers, you can talk to them, and you can also get exposure from them. So these are the four things basically you will achieve from us. Then summary of the program. Please try to understand. Okay. Introduction to VLSI flow. You will come to know what is actually the VLSI flow. What exactly, how the chip is basically came to you from designing from the market requirement to the production, and from production to your any consumer product, using any consumer product. For example, a phone. Okay. So through this training, trainees will be able to identify their areas of interest within VLSI. Okay. So with the help of the introduction of VLSI flow, that is analog, digital, and programming, you will come to know the your interest. Okay. You cannot say, sir, I'm good in everything. No, you are good in one thing, and you are, or I can say, you are best in one domain, and you are average in next two domains. Because anyhow, you have to work in the starting of your career in any one domain, either in analog or digital or programming, right? Once you have identified their area of interest, trainees can develop the expertise in those areas within 1 year. So what is the summary? Again, first, you will come to know your interest. Second, if you are in second year, if you know that you are interested in digital, next third year and fourth year, you will get lot of exposure, or you have to learn lot of things, that what is exactly required in industry in digital or in analog or in programming. So how this summer training is going to help you? This summer training is basically a kick start, right? Then after gaining the expertise, trainees will be prepared to seek the placement in their chosen domain. Again, if you have started, as I mentioned here, these people have started their journey in second year. In third year, in second year, in the last of second year, they came to know about their interest area. Okay, and in fourth year, they have identified their analog domain. And in fourth year, they have completely devoted themselves in analog. So now they are part of the industry. See how how easy is this? Okay, so this is what I'm going to give you message, that after getting the expertise, trainees will prepare and seek the placement in their chosen domain. So suppose that you are coming and joining to me now. After the 1.5 months, you will come to know your domain, that I'm good in analog, digital, and programming, and then you can join with me if you want to make a career in a fourth year. Correct? 100% hands-on section from the first day of the training. Yes, theory is required, concept is required, but we have designed the course in such a way that everything we have converted either on pen or paper or either on tool. So I can commit that I will provide you the 100% training. Then focus on major and minor projects. Right. Suppose that uh, you are looking for a 30 days internship. So invest yourself in a training for 30 days. And after completing of training, you go for the internship. Take the project with me, complete the project, take the certificate. That is called a minor internship. Or you want to go for the major internship, that is after the final year. Then choose your domain, choose your domain, and then complete fourth year, work on it, and take the placement. That is called a major placement or major internship. From this training, students can identify their final year project. One of the biggest and important points that everyone is asking, sir, I want to make the project, how to make it? Please tell me. Or I don't have idea. I'm not sure. I'm not good in coding. I'm not good in programming. And so with the help of this training, you are at least aware of the SPL, you are aware of the FPGA, you are aware of the embedded controller, you are aware of the your analog layout and domain. So in final year, choose your domain and make one project. So that project is part of your B.Tech curriculum. Plus, that project is also will be considered as a in an interview for any company. Okay. The tools and hardware. Okay. So the tools and hardware board will be provided by the academy. So again, you will get a good exposure on industry standard tools, like Cadence, which you have to use for application like for analog and layout, or on FPGA from AMD, okay, or Renesas or TI on controller side, that is the microcontroller side, and again Allegro tool for PCB side. So key takeaways from the summer training program is that what are the key takeaways? The first thing that you will develop the logical approach using the digital components in hardware design and implementation. So the biggest thing what students face is that they are not good in developing the logic. So this you will achieve from this training. Second, hardware circuit design using digital components of real-time application like a sine, multiplier, divider, digital clock, stopwatch, and LED blink. These are the applications are surround to us, but we don't know how actually we can design those things. So with the help of digital and FPGA and Verilog, you can think about all these things. Then understanding of FPGA architecture from idea to programming in both hardware design using Verilog. FPGA is widely used. Okay, in every company, either it is a VLSI or product company, everyone is using CPLD in FPGA and microcontroller. Am I right? So you have to basically understand this FPGA, and then you can apply to any company, sir. I am aware of FPGA. I know how to program it. I know how the component should be used. And this is the important key takeaway from the academy. Then last, the understanding and basic knowledge of function and behavior simulation and synthesis. So this is the some tools point of view that you should know how to control the simulation tool. Okay. So I have clearly explained each and every line. You should understand why it is required. So when I'm going to start this course is already under the registration process. That who can join from pursuing first year to second year to third year and join this batch. Mode is both offline and online. Yes, there is a difference. In offline, you don't have access of FPGA board. But in online, you don't have the access of FPGA board. But in offline, you have a access of FPGA board. So this is the only difference, right? So course starts every year, 15 May to 15 June. Duration is 45 days. Okay, and the course fees is 5,900, including both models. And we are not charging anything for certification. And then project-based internship I will offer after the training. So for that also I'm not charging anything. Okay, so this is all from my side. Again, if you're looking for an internship, okay, you should have written at least 1,000 lines of code, either on STL or with help of C, or you have designed something on analog side, like a good level of circuit design, like for any amplifier or any differential amplifier you have designed and you have submitted, or any layout of any gate, or on controller side, microcontroller side, you have done a good interfacing between controller and LED, LCD, SSD, PWM, or motors. So this is all from my side. I hope this is clear to you. If you have any doubt, any concern, okay, you can talk to me. This is my number, and you can send me the email. This is my email ID, and I'm happy to share your doubts and thoughts. So before leaving, if you have a guts to learn, I'm there to help you in all the aspects. Thank you. Jai Hind.